Question 91. Which of the following is a hygiene factor under Herzberg motivation hygiene theory? Recognition for excellent work, self-actualization, good relations with coworkers and managers, clean clothing. Answer C is the correct choice. Good relations with coworkers and managers. Question 92. A bar chart shows the number and type of resources you need throughout your project is called a organizational chart, resource schedule, resource histogram, staffing timetable. Answer C is the correct choice. Resource histogram. Question 93. The is specifically a bar chart that is used for the purposes of displaying the specific amounts of time that a particular resource is scheduled to be worked on over a predetermined and specific time period. Organizational chart, resource schedule, resource histogram, staffing timetable. Answer C is the correct choice. Resource histogram. Question 94. Tom is a project manager on a construction project. Midway through his project, he realizes that there is a problem with the lumber they have been using in a few rooms, and they are going to have to tear down some of the work they've done and rebuild. One of his team members suggests that the defect isn't bad enough to cause all of that rework. Tom says that he's worked on a project that made this same mistake before, and they ended up having to redo the work when inspectors looked at the house. He convinces the team member that it's probably better to fix it now than later. What kind of power is he using to make the decision? Legitimate, expert, referent, reward. Answer B is the correct choice. Expert. Question 95. Joe is an excellent programmer. He was promoted to a role of project manager because he understands technology better than anyone else in the company. Unfortunately, he is having trouble doing the project management job and his projects are failing. What is this an example of? Gold plating, halo effect, pre-assignment, ground rules. Answer B is a correct choice. Halo effect. Question 96. You have been hired by a contractor who wants you to manage a construction project for one of their clients. The project team has been working for 2 months and is 35% done with that job. 2 of your team members come to you with a conflict about how to handle the ongoing maintenance for a piece of equipment. You know that they can safely ignore the problem for a while, and you're concerned that if your project falls behind schedule before next week's stakeholder meeting, it will cause problems in the future. You tell the 2 team members that the problem really isn't as bad as they think it is, and if they take a few days to cool off about it, you'll help them with a solution. This approach to conflict resolution is known as withdrawal, compromise, smoothing, forcing. Answer C is the correct choice. Smoothing. Question 97. A project manager is creating a report of the final status of a closed project to the stakeholders. Which of the following is not used in a final project report to communicate the status of a project? Variance information, lessons learned, scope baseline, status of deliverables. Answer C is the correct choice. Scope baseline. Question 98. Information about the project must be distributed to all stakeholders. Which of the following process outputs is used to report the status and cost of project activity? Work performance information, issue logs, status reports, project records. Answer D is the correct choice. Project records. Question 99. You are working for a consulting company and your team has implemented an approved scope change on your project. You need to inform your client that the change has been made. What's the best form of communication to use for this? Formal verbal, formal written, informal written, informal verbal. Answer B is the correct choice. Formal written. Question 100. You are managing a project where you work with 7 other team members and 2 sponsors. How many lines of communications are there between stakeholders on this project? 21, 36, 45, 54. Answer C is the correct choice. 45.